YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV. Exactly, our special guest up in the building, my man Rio. What's up, fam?
Yo, I'm here, Westwood.
Good
Big
to
up.
see you, man.
Don't know.
First time on the show, man. Good to have you all along here, man. Now, we met at, it was the launch, what was the game though? PSP launch up in Manny. That was, you came through to Bless It, yeah.
Yeah.
And you came to me and said, like, yo, play some Manny music.
That's right,
and
man, that's right.
I was a little weak in the set with Manny music to play. I didn't really know it was Manny Man to play. I had some bass line, but I didn't really feel like going in with the bass line. I didn't think it was right. And so you blessed me with a joint, and the rest is history right now, fam.
I know, man. Yo, it's a pleasure to be here. You know, big up all the Manny crew. Everyone's locked in. The Red Breeds are hitting up hard. You get me? So I'm here with Killer Benz and the team.
And now, since we've been supporting that joint for a minute, we get crazy play on Twitter, crazy play on the texts. We definitely have got good fans out there.
Yeah, man. You know, the fans are feeling the joint. You know, I've been putting in that consistent work for a hot minute. So
yeah, man.
You know, now obviously yourself is, you know, representing and pushing the music. Like, a lot of people are standing up and getting that recognition. So, you know, salute to yourself still.
Good for you, fam. Now, music in Manchester, like, one of the problems with the UK music, if you're not in London, it's hard to get attention.
Yeah and no, you know, you get what you put in, so you gotta put it out there, be in people's faces. You know, obviously the scene's here in London, but you know, I feel.
But the record companies are in London, but you know, there's people all over the UK, man, who really appreciate what you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
man. I always appreciate the support.
Yeah, man.
That's real.
So yeah, man. So Manchester's happening out there for you, fam.
Yeah, man. We've got a lot of, you know, hot eyes doing their thing. You know, we've got Gecko, we've got Shifted, Blizzard Hypes. A lot of man are doing their thing. So.
Exactly. Now, how long have you been in the game, my brother?
Sorry?
How long have you been in the game?
I'd say about 6 years now.
6 years, baby.
Yep.
And it's really your time.
Yep.
And style-wise, who would you say, you know, is your groove, baby, what you represent?
I represent grime and hip-hop.
Okay. What similar artists do you be feeling out there?
Right now, obviously, I'm feeling what Chip's doing over in the States, you know. You know, people are putting on like Tiny. You know, people from Manchester, obviously, my boy Shifty, obviously, you know.
Shout out to Shifty all day, baby.
Big up artists like Kof as well from the north. Lady Leisha, she's killing it.
Exactly.
Yeah, Old Tight Smiler reached out to me on a Labyrinth tour.
Okay, strong.
Yeah, man, there's quite a few, you know, but they're like the ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And what's the new joints out there?
Yeah, the new joint that I've got, obviously been bumping, is called Can't Stop With, featuring my man Killer Benz in the building right now as well.
Okay, shout out to Killer Benz all day, baby. Now, Tiger, Young Money, Cash Money, Billionaires, go onto Twitter to get into a beef with the blogger Perez Hilton. Now, Perez Hilton on his website Media Takeout went to say, and I quote, he speculated that Tiger and Chris Brown were actually lovers. They are actual lovers in a serious relationship together. They're saying they are lovers with a view of getting married. And Tiger really wilded out, baby. He really wilded out, talked crazy about Perez Hilton. And then, you know, the back and forth on Twitter says, power to what you do, but spreading false negativity is a weak emotion to me. You don't think that? You don't think Tiger and Chris Breezy are lovers, do you?
Nah, that's some gassed up business.
Okay,
that's gassed
but if they were, who do you think the man would have been? I would think Breezy would be the man, wouldn't you?
Yeah, only because we've seen Chris Brown out the shower. We know Chris Brown's the man.
I wasn't paying attention to that, but I think Tiger, she pays attention to stuff like that. In fact, any opportunity to relive that photograph in her mind, she'll just snatch it up, baby. It was because
he was asking who was the man between Tiger and
He had a massive badonga here, I'll put it out there, kid.
Rio, if you could collaborate with anybody right now in the UK, who would it be?
Damn, I was going to ask that one, Hayley. You're snatching my questions away from me, baby. And what you should then ask, as a part two to that question, internationally. Any American
International, baby.
Think about that, baby. We're going international, baby.
Right now in the UK, I'll probably say... It's tough, that. It's a very tough one, but I've always said that to my fans, and I say it now. I'll probably say Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran? Yeah. Oh my God, that would be horrible. That would be so horrible.
Why don't you bump Ed Sheeran?
So horrible.
Don't you bump him?
Oh, Ed Sheeran. Oh, I wouldn't be playing that one, love. Would you? I wouldn't support that one at all. Ed Sheeran, that's the ginger-haired guy. That's the ginger-haired guy. Imagine what the children would look like, for God's sake, Rio.
They look like Jaffa Cake.
Right, Jaffa Cake.
Jaffa Cake. Absolutely, Hayley. Ed Sheeran on one side and Rio on the other. And when you're put into it, it'll be some cheap marmalade. You're absolutely well said. A Jaffa cake. That's the combination that would be. A pack of Jaffas. Then you asked internationally, who would he work with? I can't think of any famous ginger guys out of America, can you? Next question, who would you work internationally with?
Wheezy.
Oh, all day Wheezy.
Wheezy
okay.
F.
All day.
Yeah, so the number 3 joint is Usher featuring Joe Budden, and this is a Climax remix.
And we dedicate this to Ed Sheeran. Tupac is going to be represented in a musical. They're making a musical about his life. It's going to be titled Holla If You Hear Me. And his mother, Mrs. Park, is a female. Mrs. Park said she is ecstatic and can't wait for the premiere. Who do you think should play Tupac in that musical? I'm trying to think, baby. I've known a few Park lookalikes.
Really?
Who would you suggest? Maybe Rio.
Maybe.
Yeah, why? Rio, would you be interested in
I
that?
got my man in the building. Cooks, you get me straight from Brom, come to support me. He could play that role.
Seriously, yeah, he does. He actually looks
real.
Yeah,
When you look at him, it's real.
Yeah, he does,
that's what we're rolling with right now.
Yeah, he looks like. I think. Would you say Park's dad? Maybe Tupac's dad.
He could play that role in the musical.
Yeah, I think he could be Tupac's dad. Yeah. Now his mother during the era, she was a crack addict. Maybe Kerry, could you play the mother?
What are you saying?
Could you
What are
play
you
the mother?
saying?
Yeah. Big up, obviously, my security in here, Duffy, Killer Ben's in the building, old tight Melissa, One Way's here, Mike, my manager, my uncle Scratch, Cooks is here. You get me? All tight, all my rare breeze locked in. Everybody who supported me from Manchester. You know, we've worked hard to get where we are right now. You know what I'm saying?
YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV.